Pittsburgh, PA. Dan, welcome to the Savage Nation.
Michael, how you doing? Hey, that analogy regarding the fight game is unbelievable. It's great. The only thing you know is if you stand toe-to-toe with a guy in the middle of the ring, there's always a chance you could get caught. I think if Romney approaches it the way he is, like as a counterpuncher, like, for example, back when Obama, he said something in regards to immigration reform, when he said if you were brought to this country against your will, Romney could have come out and he could have stood up against that, but I think he made a great move. He countered that by saying something that you know, he was almost like baited by, you know, sometimes a fighter will drop his left hand, anticipating, almost like inviting a boxer to throw that right hand over to the top. Meanwhile, he'll slip underneath that and throw a hard hook to the body.
Yes. Well, look, I understand you're an ex-fight trainer, so at least my analogy has got people thinking about the fact that we are watching a battle. This is the arena. So let me ask you as a fight trainer, do you think that Romney's strategy, his fighting strategy, is correct?
You know, I think it's correct, but for example, this whole thing with this walking these guns, you know, that type of thing. It's almost like I feel like, again, like Obama's baiting people. It's like everybody's up in arms about this, and then it's going to come out where he's not guilty of anything, but it's going to look like everybody made such a big stink about him. It's almost like he's inviting everybody.
All right, so he's playing the birth certificate game, waiting for the last minute to say, here's the emails that you wanted from Holder, and you see I have nothing to do with them. But they shredded them by then. I mean, those shredders are running around the clock. What you're saying is no matter what we say or do, Obama's going to hide his involvement in Fast and Furious. So Romney is staying away from that one. So let me ask you something. What is Romney doing? Romney's fighting him on one issue only, which is jobs. Jobs. It's a monotone. It's not the only issue in the world. Sure, it's important. Yes, it's a big one, but it's not the only one. As I wrote in Trickle Down Tyranny, once a country loses its honor, it can never be regained. What about our nation? What about borders, language, and culture? What about the heart of the nation? What about the spirit of the nation? Why is there no discussion of this?
It's like when you watch a good fight and you see a fighter bait a guy in and he throws and he slips and then he doesn't take advantage. And it's like it's so frustrating, and that's the way I see Romney. I see Romney as like he's playing the game and he's being conservative. He's not rushing in. He's not wasting punches. He's not wasting his energy, but he's not taking advantage. He's not throwing those punches. You know?
Okay, so wait. So what you're saying is he's a cautious counterpuncher, but even when Obama slips up, he doesn't strike.
Yeah, it's like he's too cautious. He's too, you know, he doesn't get started. He doesn't take advantage of the mistakes, or even still, he's got to do some things that have got to bait Obama.
Yeah. Now you're talking. He cannot constantly play a defensive fight game. He's got to go on the attack and make Obama start defending himself.
Absolutely. But what he doesn't want to do is go in there and just go blow to blow, because you know as well as I do, Obama and his people, they're slick. They're slick.
They're very smart, and they're very deadly. So let's go to question number 2. Is Ann Romney doing the right thing by interrupting Mitt Romney during a CBS interview?
I don't know. You know, the women of the world probably love the fact that he gives his wife like an even platform. But, you know, guys like you and me are like, hey, you know what? Hey, you got your place. Keep your mouth shut. I'm handling this thing. I got it.
I wouldn't say you got your place. I'd put my hand up and say, wait a minute. I'd say, Ann, wait a minute. Let me finish this. I do it with a smile. I can never imagine Mrs. Reagan, Nancy Reagan, ever doing that to Ronald Reagan. Never. I'm sorry. It was wrong. Hey, thanks for that call, Mr. Fight Trainer. I'll be right back to take your calls right here on Open Mic Friday.
Savage.